Hi, welcome to Pinkboard. Today we are going to see the explanation of the poem A Photograph, which is written by Shirley Tolson. Shirley Tolson was born in England. She is influenced by her father to write like this. She studied BA on literature in London and then she served as editor for many magazines. So in this video I am going to explain you the poem line by line. The cardboard shows me how it was. So the cardboard refers to the photograph, and this cardboard is showing me something. That's how the poet is telling. What is that? When the two girl cousins went paddling, so two girl cousins of my mother went paddling. Paddling is nothing but walking in water. Okay, if it is deep, we will swim. Okay, but it is not too deep to swim. So they are walking. So when you stand on the shore, how you used to move in water, that's what is paddling. So in the photograph, we could able to find two girl cousins of Shirley Tolson's mother were paddling, each one holding one of my mother's hands. So here, two cousins are there. Each one of them, okay, is holding mother's hand, Shirley Tolson's mother's hand. So one girl is standing on her right and the other girl is standing on her left. And she, the big girl, so the big girl refers to Shirley Tolson's mother. Okay, comparatively, she seems to be the older one, some 12 years or so. When I look at my mother in the photograph, I could able to find her to be a person who's at the age of 12 years. All three stood still to smile through their hair. So three of them, that is my mother and her two cousins, were standing there. Okay, how they are standing is they are standing still in the sense without moving, and they are smiling and their face is covered with hair. So we know very well that when we are standing in the bay, that is shore, so there will be much breeze which will be blowing. So because of that our hair will move here and there, and that's how their faces are covered with their hair. And when they smile, okay, it looks like as if they are smiling through their hair at the uncle with the camera. So why they are smiling like this, why they are standing still like this, is they are giving pose to the uncle who is standing in front of them to take a snapshot, to take a photo. So when you compare the photos which are taken nowadays, okay, we are turning in all the direction and we are taking it however we can. But in olden days it was not like that. They used to stand still without moving, okay, as if they are having fear to do that. So that's how all the three are standing over there. They are not taking their hair away from their face. Okay, they are standing still. A sweet face, my mother's. That was before I was born. So here the poetess is telling the mother's face, my mother's face is a sweet face. So usually this happens with the little children. So they can come across so many people in their life, but they always consider that their mother is the beautiful one in the world. In the same way the poet is telling, so my mother's face seems to be a sweet face, and this photograph was taken before I was born. Okay, my mother was at the age of 12 and she doesn't got married by the time. Okay, and my mother is having a sweet face by the time. And the sea, which appears to have changed less, washed their terribly transient feet. So here they are making the comparison. So comparing the sea with the feet of the mother. So the sea which is washing their feet in the photograph haven't changed a lot. If you go to the beach now also, you can find it in the same way without much change. But when you take the feet which is there in that photograph, it has changed tremendously. Okay, much change have come over there in the feet, and this feet is not referring to only the foot of the person. It is talking about the person itself. The person have undergone much change in her lifetime. Some 20-30 years later, she would laugh at the snapshot. So after 20 years or 30 years, if she takes up the photograph, okay, she used to laugh at it. See Betty and Dolly, she would say. So she used to show me, see, look at them. Okay, look at my cousins. Can you find out who is Betty and who is Dolly? See how they are, and look how they dressed us for the beach. And also she shows, okay, the dress what they are wearing for the vacation when they are moving out. Okay, see how we have dressed. Obviously it will be out of fashion. Okay, we used to get updated with new trends every day. So in the same way, the current trend might be different what the poet is wearing by the time. And here the mother is showing, see how we are dressing there in that photograph. The sea holiday was her past, mine is her laughter. The sea holiday my mother spent with her cousins, okay, was her past. For me, her smile, her laughter is the past. Both vary with the labored ease of loss. So, both of them with some disappointment, we came across this because we can't go back. My mother can't go back and enjoy how she did with her cousins once. In the same way, I can't spend time with my mother now. Okay, I couldn't able to see my mother's smile. So both of them are disappointed and with labored ease of loss. Okay, labored in the sense which requires much effort, greater effort. Ease, the meaning of ease is moving gradually, okay, from the difficulty. So here we took great effort to come across the loss what we had in our life. Okay, my mother's loss is her childhood days, the days which she spent with her cousins, and for me, my mother itself. Now she has been dead nearly as many years as that girl lived. So now my mother is not there. The poetess is telling, my mother is no more. And my mother dead many years before. How many years before is how many years the girl lived in the photograph. That many years. So we found the girl in the photograph is at the age of 12. So the poet's mother died before 12 years. And of this circumstance, there is nothing to say at all. So what to do in this circumstance? I can't say anything. It's silence, silences. It refers to the photograph. The photograph's silence is silencing me. I am deeply mourning for my mother. I couldn't able to have my mother by my side. Okay, I need her love, her care, her help. Okay, but I couldn't able to have her now. So when you take in this poem, we have the poetic devices. So in the first stanza, last line, we have terribly transient feet. Okay, what is the poetic device which is here is, first we have alliteration. Alliteration is a repetition of consonant sounds. So here in terribly and transient we have t. So that is alliteration. Not only that, we have epithet over here. Terribly transient feet. Okay, it talks about the quality of a person or something. So here the feet is not referring to the feet, it refers to the poetess mother. So the poetess mother have undergone much change. So that's why it is an epithet. And then in the second stanza, in the last line, we found it as labored ease. Okay, labored ease Here we find two contradictory ideas together. So labored is with much difficulty, ease is comfortable. So with much difficulty I started to be comfortable. So this is oxymoron, two contradictory ideas or words coming together. And in the third stanza, the last line, it's silence. Okay, that it refers to photograph. Okay, here the photograph is treated like a human. Okay, and it is given that it is with silence. So this is personification. Personification is the inanimate objects or notions will be given with telling as if they are moving, talking, laughing, smiling, okay, crying as a human. So here the photograph is said to be that staying with silence. So in the fourth line of the third stanza, it is personification. I hope you understood this. Thank you.